Here we go. Valorant patch notes 2.01. Didn't think we'd patch again so soon. No, I didn't actually. Consider this the split overhaul patch. Another split overhaul patch. And part 2 of the continued controller role balance. We also added 2 oft-requested features, the ability to hide custom matches from your match history. That's good. And an adjustment of queue restrictions, which hope to forgive the unintentional AFK while still punishing the habitual AFK-er. Agent updates Jett. Smoke duration decreased from 7 to 4.5. Finally, a Jett nerf. Finally. In a continuation of the controller changes from patch 2, we felt it was important to consider Jett's smokes as well. In patch 1, we increased Jett's smoke from 2.7 from then 4, and we are partially undoing that now. We found that the result of that change was that Jett became a substitute for the controller role, and reasonably aggressive teams could make use of her cloudburst smokes to quickly take space without relying on a dedicated controller. This is part of a pattern of duelists superseding more utility-focused agents that we will continue to look at in the future. It's important that Jett can use her smokes to create temporary windows for the high-action plays that define her style, but those windows need to be brief enough to ensure that controllers are where teams look for team-focused vision blocking. I think this is good. I just think that the amount of teams, like pretty much every team plays Jett still. And now that her smokes are essentially half as long, this is how they were in the beta. If you've ever played the beta, I think this is a good idea. I think that a lot of teams are getting away with only running Jett, and Jett was like the smokes. You know, like Jett on Haven could just triple smoke Heaven and it smoked for like 20 seconds. Now, the most amount of time you can smoke something with triple Jett smoke is 12 seconds. It's 4.5, right? It's not 4? Yeah, 4.5. Okay, so yeah, 13 and a half. So I think that's good. I think Jett main's in shambles again. The problem Riot's going to have is that they're going to have to either buff the new agents that come out and make them better than current agents so that they're played in the meta, or just nerf the old agents so that there's new agents that come into the meta. Because as of right now, Skye, not really meta. Yoru, not going to be meta. The only way, like, you're not going to drop Sova on any of the good Sova maps unless you make a new agent or you nerf Sova to the point where he's not good anymore. You're not going to drop a Brim or an Omen. I mean, Brim and Omen are starting to become more interchangeable, but on some maps, Omen is just way better than Brim, like Haven. You're not going to drop your Jett just because of how powerful she has been. Now, maybe with the smoke change, maybe we'll start seeing some teams drop Jett. So there are just, and then like Cypher Killjoy, you're not going to drop either. So there's really not much room for new agents to come into the meta outside of nerfing older agents or making agents that are just all around better and meta changing. Anyway, to move on. Map updates. Split. Another more split changes, chat. More split changes. This split update is focused around improving attacker options on the map, as well as reducing 50-50 checks, the depth of certain corners, and opening specific areas on the map by increasing choke point widths. So they made it wider and they added a box here. Does that mean you can't really hide here anymore? This angle does really suck though. An old split, dude, if there's a turret up on this box or like there's a guy hiding on this left side, it's so annoying to try to clear it. You almost have to use utility, so okay. Increase with the B main doorway. This should make the space easier to navigate for attackers, and it is more difficult for defenders to stall attackers in the choke point, right? Because it's wider. There is a crate for attackers to utilize on the other side of the doorway as cover, which allows for utility to be thrown into the site from a new angle. Ah, I see. So that they're saying you can get behind this box and do lineups for like both sides. Okay, I mean that's fine. Is this like another box they added here where you could jump up alone? Or I can't tell. On top of the change to B main, there's additional trash pile, a Tim the Tatman pile, placed in the corner to prevent defenders from hiding in too deep a nook. This creates a new angle into B main when standing on the new object. Ah, I kind of like this. This makes it so that you don't always have to peek the same angle and elevation. Now there's going to be like elevation change, so it's going to be harder to like pre-fire headshot this guy that just jiggles in and out here, right? I like this. I think that's good too. Okay, I think it's good. The text is the other order. What do you mean? Increased spike plant zone boundary. This allows a new plant location for attackers to defend from within B main. Does this mean that you can plant on this side now? Can't really tell. New material stack for cover and B side allows you to isolate angles more effectively. I kind of like this. I think this whole lane was just kind of annoying to go play with too. This also breaks up a vertical 50-50 angle when peeking to the B site from B main. Ah, yeah, so I don't agree with this. It breaks up a vertical 50-50 angle. I mean, can't they just sit up here and here? But I guess this way they're going to be open for mail. They're trying to break up the one where somebody can sit up top here and somebody can sit down here and do that vertical angle. Hiko is a dummy. Caption is for above pick. Wait, it's for this is for this and this is for this, right? Oh, I see. I see what you're saying. This is just a new place to plant, right? So this is for this and this is for this. Okay, I see. Reduced depth of this corner to allow pushing into defender's spawn with more safety. They made this one. This is actually a good spot to hide now. It looks. Wait, it's a bad spot to hide now. You can't actually hide on this angle anymore. Remove this cubby near defender spawn to allow pushing through this area more safely. They're really trying to hurt defense side of this map. All these things seem like a defense nerf, right? Increase the width of the vent room entrance. Oh, it's a thick boy now. Can you still hide on this side? It looks like you can, because this little line usually lines up where the corner of the wall is. So it looks like you can still hide here. It's just going to be harder to... This is actually maybe seems like a defense buff. So you're not just sitting in some kind of a little doorway. Now you have actually room to play with. So operators can play this angle and this angle and this angle and this angle. Yeah, I think that's good. Added a sloped wall in the vent room which removes a 50... Oh, okay. Well, there you go. So now you can't sit in this corner anymore. Now there's a random little... elevator shaft. Any shafts in the chat? The new sloped wall also protects you from wall pen. Okay, so if you can play over here, you're immune to getting spammed. You cannot get spammed. I think that's a good idea. I think that's fine. I think playing in vent room was so trash to begin with, just because you could just always spam this. You get smoked, you get mollied, you get childed, you get grenaded. Now it's like you can't get spammed on this side. It's kind of a bad angle though, it looks like, but maybe it's fine. Maybe with the bigger doorway, you have more of an angle to actually hold them running into heaven. You don't have to shoot them. I don't know. Chat is so dumb. What the heck? Simplified the ramen / scuttle crab area. This is WEEB room. What do you mean the ramen scuttle? Wait, they got rid of the shop. They demolished it. This is the WEEB room. This should make the map feel more open and allow you to push through and clear this area without having to rely as heavily on utility. Okay. I actually kind of like this. This actually looks better. It felt like a cluster, you know what, sitting here sometimes, like trying to clear this because there's so many angles. Now it looks like, I kind of like this. I like this change. Reduce depth of cubby and sewer. Get a chat sewer where your guy's skill is to allow pushing through this space more safely. So it's just like, you don't have to clear as deep if someone's sitting in this corner. Okay, still pretty good. These are actually kind of like attacker side nerfs, it sounds like. This is making it easier for defense to push through and stuff. Increase the width of the doorway to A tower and reduced safety of defenders in A tower. This should increase the value of controlling A ramps. Ooh. This seems like people will actually want to fight for this now. But this also, to me, seems like an Opper's heaven. Give you like a Wardell just sitting here. Bro, you are dead if you peek this. So now taking heaven seems easier for the attackers, but it also seems easier for the defenders to hold. Because actually, it seems like it's easier. I actually just think that this is going to make people want to fight for heaven. It's also not going to be safe to play from heaven because this thing is so wide, right? There's a lot of changes, man. These are a lot of changes at once. Oh my gosh. Adjusted the angle of the sloped wall. So you can't hide as deep anymore here. So this spot is not really that good. You get a Asuna drops a nade on you and all of a sudden you're just dead. You can't go between the two. This allows the back corner to be cleared slightly earlier from attackers. This angle is still safe from the A tower. However, you can successfully clear this spot by stepping out onto the rafters without having to drop. Oh, okay. So you actually can't play here hidden anymore. If you come out on heaven, you go to the left, you can see back there now. That's a big nerf to this spot, dude. I don't know about that one. Okay. Well, we'll see how it plays. Adjusted wall depth near screens, which allows you to move out of screens more safely without the use of utility. So there's not really, you don't have that 50-50 angle here anymore coming through screens where you have to clear elbow and this stupid corner where little noobs just sit there waiting for you. I kind of like that change. I think that's good. This spot's just super annoying to clear too. All right, let's watch this Korean video that goes over all the changes, and here we go.
가자. 안녕, 나 제트야. 지금부터 발로란트 패치노트 2.0을 시작해볼까? 먼저
Wait, I want my game to be in Korean. Is there a way to change it?
맵 업데이트. 스플릿이 꽤 많이 바뀌었어. 다들 눈 크게 뜨고 똑똑히 봐라. B차구에서 B 지점으로 들어가는 통로가 좀 더 넓어지고 네?
You're gonna go ahead and mute that.
석가래 방향으로는
Actually, I kind of like that.
생겼으니까
I kind of like that.
유리하겠는데? B 지점의 스파이크 설치 범위도 조금 늘어났네.
Dude, this looks so bad. I actually can't get over how visually unappealing this
B
looks.
지점의 스파이크 설치 범위도 조금 늘어났네.
Dude, it looks so bad. It looks like, is it just me or does this just look so bad? Like, look at that shape. What is that? What is this?
뭐야? 비골목도 바뀌었어? 이제 오른쪽만 체크하면 되겠는걸?
Whatever.
중앙 상단부에서
It's just
중앙
you?
한기구로 들어가는
Looks
통로도
awful?
넓어졌고 훌륭한데?
Dude, it just looks bad. It looks like you.
안에는 경사진 벽이 생겼네.
Okay, dude.
이제 하나씩 잡으면서 들어가는 거야.
Dude, this big thick boy door,
알았지?
Brimstone and Breach can duo straight through that door now, just shoulder to shoulder. That's a defender nerf. I feel like a lot of these nerfs are trying to make it so it's harder for defenders to hold.
B 연결부는 좀 더 심플해졌는데?
Kind of like that.
A 하수도에 숨는 녀석들도 꽤 줄어들겠어.
I shouldn't call it a nerf though. I should just call it a change.
뭐야? 아직도 끝이 안 났어? 다들 집중해야겠네.
Okay.
A탑의 벽은 경사진 형태로 바뀌었고
Scuffed pyramid
A
bowl.
지점 구석 경사진 벽은 각도가 조정됐어.
Okay.
이제 거기 숨어도
You won't be able to hide
소용없을걸.
there for too long. Oh my god, look, if you come all the way on raft, you can full clear this corner. You are not hidden at all. I think you used to be able to hide on this little side without being seen, or like they could barely see you. Now it's like you're just right in the open.
드디어 마지막이야. A 스크린룸에서 나올 때 이제는 좀 더 쉽겠지? 다음은 요원 업데이트. 드디어 내 차례가
Is it
온단다.
finally my turn?
뭐야? 너픈데 왜 불렀어?
Why'd you guys call me when I'm nerfed? My
예전으로
cloudburst duration changed back and became... Dude, this is cringe.
그래도 날 막을 순 없을걸?
Okay.
자, 거의 다 왔어. 사용자 설정 게임 기록을
Using
보여주기
Sova
싫으면
on
이제
split,
숨길
lol.
수가 있어. 그리고 잠수하는 녀석들 페널티가 더욱 강력해졌으니
Okay.
이제 그만하는 게 좋을걸. 패치노트 2.01은 여기까지야. 이번 패치 이거 재밌겠는데?
Alright.
맞다. 구독과 좋아요 눌러주면 고마워.